Aiden, this is Coach Altman here. Just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of your camp video that we took earlier this summer. The whole point of this is just to kind of give you an idea of some mechanical things that we can focus on during this off season and heading into next year. Okay, one big focus for you will be to continue to get bigger and faster and stronger during the school year. But then there's also a few mechanical tweaks that I think that we can make that would be advantageous for us. So let me just kind of give you a quick rundown here. The nice thing is that you have trained with me now for a year, so you have kind of an idea of my philosophy on some things, specifically with your lower half. And so I don't have to spend a bunch of time really educating you on that because you're already kind of aware of it. But like I said, I just want to give you a couple little tweaks that we can think about this off season, so that way we're a little bit more prepared for next year. Okay, so let's just go through your video here. I'll go full speed. Okay, so as we go into our leg lift, there's a couple things that I want you to pay attention to. Okay, the first one would be we lift this front knee basically to our front shoulder. Okay, what I would like to see is I want to see it angled a little bit more towards that back shoulder. Okay, so back shoulder, back ear. And I want to see just a little bit of a twist with that front hip. So you'll see that Stroman's hips kind of counter rotate. Okay, meaning he takes that front hip and he wraps it around the back hip just a little bit. Okay, it doesn't have to be a ton. All right, we don't have to really face all the way back towards second. We just want a little bit of counter rotation over that back hip. Okay, we call it corkscrewing over that back hip to create a little more tension in that back leg. Okay, now as you start to go down the mound, all right, you do a good job of leading with your hips, but I think this would be improved if we create a little bit more of that counter rotation like I mentioned. So continue to lead with the hips, but I think we want a little more counter rotation here, closing yourself off, rotating those hips back towards second base just a little bit, and then leading with the hips down the mound. Now, we also have a lot of lean back, okay, a lot of lean back, and I think you can actually take a little bit out. So I think we could actually be, if we kind of rotate those hips, I think we could actually be a little bit more up and down and not leaned back quite so far as we go down towards home plate, okay? And that's the big one with the lower half that I want to focus on with your hips. Okay, the next one that I want to talk about has to do with your front leg. So when your front leg lands, okay, you'll notice that it needs to stop your forward momentum. So you actually do a pretty decent job there. It doesn't continue to move after the front foot hits the ground, which is good, until after here, and then it releases. Okay, so I would actually like to see you be a little bit firmer there with your finish and rotate up and over that front side. So don't let that front knee break forward after you throw. Okay, what I'd rather see you do is think about taking this blue piping. So see this blue piping on the outside of your back hip? Think about wrapping that blue piping up and over that front hip. Okay, so if I use Stroman here as an example, he braces right there, and then the videos are going to cut off. But notice how that front leg continues to stay firm during the rest of his delivery. And then this back leg, if I just draw the blue piping here, okay, the back leg wraps up and over, so now it's there, up and over that front leg. Okay, and that's the only thing that I would probably change on your finish. Okay, so the thing that I would start with, and there's a few other things that I think we can work on, but I think I would start with how you lift your leg, so more towards your back ear, a little bit of rotation with those hips, and then not leaning quite so far back as you start to go down the mound. Okay, and I would start there, and then we can, and then obviously firming up that front leg as you finish, and finishing up and over it. Okay, so that's where I would start. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You'll have my contact information. And like I said, I look forward to hopefully get another opportunity this off season to continue to work with you. Okay. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you found this information helpful. Thank you.